It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Chiefs and the Lions on Monday night.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Levis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Play action now. Levis. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 22.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now Patrick going to change the play. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll work down inside the 45.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Levis. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Levis now off of play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. St. Brown in motion right. But they go play action. Here's Levis. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Levis looking to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, That's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Chiefs offense and Xavier Worthy set to take over once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. Second and 11.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and it's 21-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Levis sets up to throw here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Back to throw, it's Levis. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Williams, the man in motion left.
Off the play fake, Levis.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Levis to throw once more. He's got this to Williams, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Levis. He's got it to Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Levis going back to the air. Buying time to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Levis back to throw. Keeps himself upright. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
And Xavier Worthy
With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Levis.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Levis from the gun. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On play action, it's Mahomes. Out to his left. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Levis to throw off play action.
Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Levis to throw it. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 26.
And with that last reception, he has moved past the 300 mark for receiving yards in a single game. Just an unbelievable achievement. With the all-time record, by the way, of 336 receiving yards now in sight.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Second and 9. Here's Pacheco headed right. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Mahomes. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Chiefs are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Xavier Worthy, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Working from the gun, here's Levis. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Levis out of the shotgun now. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll set up a throw.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down and 2. They'll throw it again with Levis. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Levis. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
With career touchdown number 70.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
The Lions offense set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds.
Levis looking to throw. A little short pass here. And
the ball is knocked out. and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
And that last throw, not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
And they'll run it here. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Levis sets up to throw here. That's complete to Laporta.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, Levis. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
One final try here for Will Levis.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. So this one in the win column for Kansas.